job for them. But we're going to be getting live here. This is actually the first time we've seen Reliable Gaming on this stream. They were kind of a part of the other end of the bracket that we weren't looking at here. But we are about to get live with the first half of this match. Reliable Gaming starting out on the CT side. MouseSpaz over on the T side. Roster rundown for you for Reliable Gaming. It's going to be Jay Mitchell, Mospec, Arya, Flowstick, and TM. And then for MouseSpaz, it will be Slip, Bobo, which is Sobo, FNS, Cutler, and Lucky.
Yep, here goes the pistol round, and you know what? It's the new, well, not really the new cache, but the Valve version, and haven't really seen that many teams play this, so let's see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. CTs are spread out really thin right now. Actually, no presence at inside the A bomb site whatsoever. 2B, Flowstick towards 7, Arya watching mid, and Mospec playing back truck. But the press is really going to be taken in here at middle. Arya already going to actually get a pick there onto Slit, though, as he was trying to press in. Oh, what a one-tap from Arya onto Sobo there. Just dropping him down nicely. Looking for another one here onto Cutler at mid, and he'll be able to get that one as well. What a round from Arya. 3 really nice frags from mid.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to go towards B and leave one mid flanking towards probably vents or something like that to get into checkers, but didn't really work out too well for them.
Yeah, not at all. Arya definitely stuffed in there with the pair, or yeah, with the 3 USP frags, and TM also was able to shut down any type of B side take with 2 of his own. So, just a great first round from Reliable Gaming on the pistol. Certainly going to help them out. They'll of course buy up. Actually, Mospec already has an M4. Jay Mitchell with the P90 of Famas on TM. So they're kind of doing a little bit of a mix buy here. As we do see the terrorists pretty spread out at this point. Just kind of a couple mid, a couple towards A, one towards B. Jay Mitchell opening up the frags with the P90 there. On to Slip. Slip, who has had an impressive tournament so far, especially with the op. Been doing a great job for MouseSpaz, especially taking down the likes of United 5 just a set ago. As Jay Mitchell continuing to do damage here with the P90. That's 2 frags for him so far. Lucky trying to step into the B-bomb site by himself, able to take down TM. He may even pick up a gun out of that as well, which could make it a little bit interesting, but the fact is he only has 2 HP and Sobo has 10, so certainly still going to be a pretty easy business here, as Lucky is going to be stuck now alone in a 1 versus 3. He does have a FAMAS. Got 45 seconds left on the clock, and I think he's going to try to save this, but it's not going to be easy with this much time left. Flowstick has already kind of given chase here through the B-bomb side. Arya already pressing through mid with Jay Mitchell as well, so he may have a hard time trying to hold on to this.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if Reliable knows the bomb is down, but I think Flowstick is, yeah, he's gonna spot it, I think, and Lucky's just sitting back in T-spawn, and you know what? MouseSpaz got 2 ecos, so he's gonna save this gun and probably just call it a round.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're actually going to give chase here. Looks like Flowstick is trying to stiffen out. Arya has the most powerful gun of all the saves that have been taking place, so he of course wants to hold on to that.
Yeah, he's 1 HP. That nade from Flowstick almost just completely just killed him.
And now he realizes he can't really hold back and save, and he steps out and pulls down 2 and still will save the FAMAS. What a play from Lucky there at the end to hold on to it.
Yeah, he's got the FAMAS, so definitely a gun he can use this next round. Maybe work B solo or something, trying to get a pick at least for MouseSpaz.
Yeah, certainly it's not every day that you see someone pull off a double frag with 1 HP like that. So certainly a nice play from Lucky to be able to hold on to that FAMAS and move on to this next round with it. As it is right now 2-0.
Yeah, we do see AKs, we do see Golios from MouseSpaz.
Yeah, I guess with that 1 save from Lucky, they knew they already had 1 rifle, so I guess they decided to go ahead and buy up rifles across the board, but mostly Galeals. They didn't really have the money to be able to buy AKs as well as armor and nades and stuff like that, so they just go on the Galeals and the FAMAS, and then 1 AK. Well, on the CT side, we have 3 M4s and 2 FAMASs, so they're kind of tight on money as well, as you can see from the scoreboard.
Yeah, it looks like MouseSpaz is working a slow B, trying to feel it out, try and get some picks.
We're going to catch Arya, who is playing Vince from mid side, and so they are going to go ahead and start collapse on the speed bomb side. TM is still left inside the site, playing behind the site box. He's just going to get blindsided there by Slip. Jay Mitchell, though, on the rotation of CT spawn, able to get 1 kill there onto Lucky, so it's not going to be a flawless round for the C side by any means, and in fact, there is a chance for a retake here, but those chances are certainly diminishing after Slip was able to take down Jay Mitchell right there in the CT connector. So it's going to be up to just Mospec and Flowstick And MouseSpaz able to pick up one there. Flowsick on the rotate through mid. So now it's a 2 versus 2, and all of a sudden it's anybody's game. MouseSpaz with another frag there, and it's going to be all up to Cutler. 1 versus 2. Spots MouseSpaz up in heaven, also spotting the push here. And man, he is just getting collapsed on. Great cross-firing and pushing there from the 2 players. MouseSpaz has a kit, so he will go ahead and get the defuse. And RELiABLE will hold on to the pattern, winning 3-0 here so far.
That was actually a really good retake by RELiABLE, because I think MouseSpaz, since they bought Galil's because of the FAMAS that they saved last round, they didn't really have money to buy smokes and flashes or any grenades to delay RELiABLE's retake. So it was definitely a lot harder for MouseSpaz to delay, try and kill the time on the bomb.
People are asking about the format. Is this a best of 3? This is map number 1 in that best of 3. This is the grand finals for NA Revival. Winner taking home $1,000 as well as some product prizes, I believe, from SteelSeries, if I'm not mistaken. Some mouse pads and other things like that. So definitely not a like I said, not a bad for one day's work for each player to pick up a couple $100. As this is going to be an eco round for the T side. Of course, they did buy up the Galil's and such like that early last round. Once Lucky was able to save that FAMAS from round 2. And so they're going to be on an eco after losing. Dave Mitchell here working a pick onto mid onto FNS, and it's just kind of a flawless round with the exception of Arya, who did drop. But other than that, it is 4-0. As Slip is going to pick up the op this round. He's been very dominant with it pretty much all day from what we've seen here on this stream. So we'll see if he can continue that streak. No ops for the CT side. They're just going to keep all M4s across the board. 1 AK on Arya. That was a pickup from the last round. And we'll see what takes place now that we have on our hands one of our first normal full gun rounds of the match.
Yeah, I wonder where Slip is going to use that off, because usually on T side you try and pick off someone from each side.
He actually went for the boost, and Arya is going to catch it completely. Jay Mitchell also doing some damage, and CTs are already showing they're not going to give up mid. They're going to be playing aggressive up on the garage, and that is something that MouseSpaz is going to have to adjust to here the next time around. As we do see MouseSpaz going ahead and pressing through A, going to go ahead and get a pick there onto Cutler, and so Lucky's going to be your last man standing here in mid garage in a 1 versus 5, and he's probably not feeling too comfy with that, even though he is able to pick up a kill onto Jay Mitchell, but MouseSpaz will end him immediately afterwards. So now RELiABLE up 5-0, looking very dominant so far in this first half.
RELiABLE definitely has great control of the half so far, being on CT side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure how sided this map is. I thought it was kind of balanced. I mean, you can get rounds from both sides. I think it just depends on your team composition and what you feel comfortable with. It's one of those maps that can go either way. I've seen big scores from both sides at times, so it's not like a map like Nuke or Train that's clearly CT-sided, so I don't really know. That TM actually does pick up that opening pick onto Lucky very quickly over towards B, so already MouseSpaz find themselves at a disadvantage here, and they have, like I said, been dominated pretty heavily so far in this first half, so they could really look for a round. They would certainly love to have one, which of course that's obvious, but with them slipping as far behind as they have so far, a round is certainly needed soon before they allow RELiABLE Gaming too much momentum and too much control. Take a look at the scoreboard here. We can see a couple players haven't gotten a frag yet for the T side, so hopefully they can find their way. They certainly could use some help. It's Jay Mitchell once again going to be stuffing mid at the very beginning, taking down 2 with that silenced M4, and he and Flowsick have just done such a great job of holding mid down. Same with Arya, as we are seeing Arya just kind of pressing through B to mid garage right now. Cutler, the last man standing, sitting inside that mid garage. We're going to get over to him. He is going to spot Arya on this flank through B, but not going to be able to do much about it as MouseSpaz will hit him from the other angle. So, like I said, like RELiABLE Gaming is playing a very aggressive CT side mid, and I think it's kind of throwing MouseSpaz off.
Yeah, I agree with you. In my opinion, like you said, I agree it is a very balanced map between CT and T, and I think whoever gains that middle control, it looks like RELiABLE is pulling it off perfectly right now with smoking mid and, you know, maybe pushing vents sometimes, maybe not, pre-nading it and etc. So they have mid control right now, really.
Absolutely. I mean, already you can see Jay Mitchell and Flowsick have complete control right there. TM also playing towards checkers. And Jay Mitchell really hasn't been challenged just yet at mid. He's been able to hold it pretty well, typically getting the better of the trades, getting at least 2 kills before falling. And so, like I said, something MouseSpaz has to worry about that, or just worry about direct hits on one of the bomb sites and give up mid if you can't control it. But just look at this spread here with TMJ, Mitchell, and Flowsick. They have so much control of this area, which really just kind of throws off any opportunity MouseSpaz might have. Now, Cutler is going to be playing the squeaky hallway this time around, and I wonder if he's going to be lurking or if he's going to be used in some type of A-split here in a moment. As Bobo actually does get boosted up into mid, able to take down Arya, so finally getting some control of mid here, but they still have to worry about Flowsick, and TM not too far behind either, even though I think he's not really boosted or anything, so it's going to be mostly up to Flowsick here in the mid connector to try to prevent any more mid control from taking place. But he notices the squeaky door opens. He's going to have to try to flick around now and try to help with this A hit. Reverts back over to mid, able to pull out the M4, takes down Sobo there. MouseSpaz also taking down one from this A quad. Going to step out, take down a second player there. So 2 frags for MouseSpaz, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 2. Going to see if Lucky and Slip can finally get around for their team here, as they could certainly use one in this situation, being down 6-0. They have MouseSpaz pinned up against the corner here. Going to take him down, so now it's going to be all up to Jay Mitchell to try to save this round and try to keep RELiABLE in a flawless situation. Slip can be playing the quad, Lucky playing inside the site. Jay Mitchell can be wrapping around the opposite end here, keeping his crosshairs fixated on the quad. Slip will step out and put him down, and finally MouseSpaz has tasted the spoils of victory, but can they keep it up is the question, because RELiABLE Gaming has been playing very dominant so far.
I really hope MouseSpaz realized that once they got the mid control from the first mid pick, they really were able to pull off the round, because it forced Flowsick to it put more pressure on Flowsick to either rotate back to A or rotate back to B, because MouseSpaz was just working really slow by then.
It looks like we are going to see the bomb and company start kind of heading towards this A lobby. Of course, CT's had plenty of money from winning all those rounds in a row, so they're still going to be, of course, bought up. Waiting to see what they want to do with this here. Bomb is, like I said, going to be dropped actually towards A, so nobody holding on to it just yet. Just kind of waiting for picks. They may be going for a boost here in just a second, actually. See people kind of wrapping around towards that area, and here does, in fact, come the boost. Cutler will get boosted up there by Sobo, and Cutler will get that pick onto Flowsick, so that'll kind of open things up. But Jay Mitchell is going to do the counter boost with Arya, and Arya might be able to sneak behind these players in mid-garage if they're not careful with that boost that Jay Mitchell just did for him. As Jay Mitchell will be attacking from the opposite angle. He'll be able to take down one, and this is going to further distract him as Arya continues to wrap around here. He's going to get one in the back, and I think that was, in fact, the bomb. So this is tough. The B execution is taking place, but they don't have the bomb with them. It's being held down, and TM's doing a great job of holding the B bomb site by himself, able to at least make an even trade. Arya wrapping around T-spawn, once again preventing that bomb from being picked up. And so now it's going to be all up to Slip here with the M4. Does pick up the bomb and spots Arya inside T-spawn, but unable to get the frag. He will now be traversing his way through mid-garage, and it gets caught, though, by MouseSpaz inside the vents. So what a play there, especially from Arya on that flank, able to shut the bomb down.
Definitely, the MVP of that round was definitely Arya, because that push got them the bomb down, because after the first pick at mid by MouseSpaz, they were heading towards B. It was gonna probably be like a 4 versus 1, because they only had 1 B for from the RELiABLE. Definitely would have taken that site, but flanked by Arya really got them that round.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, we are seeing the bomb, and most of the team kind of heading towards the A lobby area, 2 A lobby, 1 squeaky hall, FNS and Lucky just kind of holding mid garage for now. This is going to be an eco round for the T side, so they're likely going to just kind of work a really quick A split. MouseSpaz will be playing the quad per usual, and Flowsick just going to be sitting right here towards that middle connector, so he'll be a pretty quick rotate once this hit starts to commence. Meanwhile, FNS and Lucky, like I said, just kind of holding out, looking for any types of flanks or mid pushes, but that's not going to happen. Might let a little bit more time burn before they just decide to go ahead and move over to this A bomb site. As we can see, FNS is starting to move in that direction. So it's going to be Cutler, Sobo, and company coming through A main, while Slip will be your solo player coming out the squeaky door. Just waiting for the hit to commence. Some noise is being made, and here comes the run out. And here they come to attack MouseSpaz, who runs out of ammo on the M4. Able to pull down 2 in the process, though. And it looks like they actually will get a bomb plan out of this, so not a half bad attempt here on the eco round. But Sobo's going to be in a tough situation with Arya having the rifle and him only with the pistol. Arya will go ahead and get those 2 frags and get that bomb defused. And so now we are going to find ourselves at a score of 8-1 with RELiABLE still heavily in favor. But, you know, MouseSpaz is showing signs of life here or there. They've gotten at least a bomb plant on that last eco, and they do have one round under their belt. So they're not out of it by any means, but they need to start connecting the dots here pretty soon.
Definitely, I definitely agree with you. That bomb plant really helped their economic situation. As you can see, they're buying up now. Full nades, AKs, and let's see where MouseSpaz hits this round.
Yeah, it looks like, once again, they've kind of stuck over towards the A side of the map for the most part, really working those mid boosts and trying to exercise control of mid and working towards A off of that. I haven't really seen them commit to any type of B hit at all lately. Sometimes they'll transition there later, but they're really just kind of playing a more slow default setup pretty much every round.
Yeah, TM actually boosted Arya from the CT, like checker side, into vent. So nothing really going on at mid right now from either team. Except for Flosig maybe just peeking out once in a while. Bomb is towards mid, and they're going to go for a boost from MouseSpaz.
Yeah, they typically have done this every round, like I said, and Cutler has been able to get picks, so they're actually going to boost 2 up here this time, so they're really going to try to exercise control of this mid with those 2 players that they just boosted. Meanwhile, Lucky just kind of holding off, making sure no one's pushing through B on the flank. FNS bringing the bomb up here to mid garage, so they're really looking to push this mid. Not sure if they're going to do a B split off this or run up the A connector.
You know, actually, Slip is hidden in, well, not, yeah, he's hidden in the door right now. I wonder if they're going to try and go A, or just he's there for the flank.
Not really sure, but Arya draws first blood, and Sobo is actually going to push into CT spawn towards B, so I think you could be right. We do have Slip actually on the big flank here. Going to be able to catch everybody at A, and Slip is just making plays left and right all day today. Going to get himself a 3rd frag on the Arya. And even though TM was able to pull off a couple at B, Lucky was still able to end the round. So, like I said, MouseSpaz showing us some signs of life. If they can just connect them, if they can just keep some momentum, they may be able to fight back here. But like I said, RELiABLE still has a pretty big lead so far.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Slip. Definitely caught one at A from RELiABLE off guard. Then he went to the truck side and near CT spawn for the flank and got another one.
See, I'm curious to see if MouseSpaz can continue that streak, if they can connect some rounds together, not just getting one here or there, as MouseSpaz is going to be playing the forklift this time around and shutting down the A hit initially, only getting one though, so able to make the trade, but Jay Mitchell right there to bring it back to the RELiABLE side. Flosig also coming in with one, and so now it's going to be all up to Cutler here, playing from the A lobby, looking for something, but not going to find anything at all. Jay Mitchell shutting down that A hit there. You got 2 frags out of the round, Flosig and TM with 1 apiece. So, like I said, MouseSpaz every now and then able to throw a round together, but they're not able to stay consistent in this half so far.
Yeah, that round they just went for a full A rush. I wonder why they went away from the mid pick and, you know, slow working of either side, but that rush definitely did not help them.
And here comes an eco round, and it's going to be a huge eco round push onto B, but that nade stack and Arya Poison Heaven is going to be shutting it down. Another nade coming in from Arya, going to do a lot more damage. Cutler practically dead at this point, but they actually are going to be able to run out together and get the kill, but TM, of course, is still posted up at the headshot angle, so he'll be able to get that frag. It's going to be all up to Lucky at this point here, 1 versus 3. Just kind of playing outside B. He does have the bomb on hand, but it's going to be a tough take. Everybody with the full 100 HP, and they pretty much have a good idea of exactly where he is. As soon as he peeks, Jay Mitchell will be able to light him up, and that's going to just dome him right there. So 10-2 is the score in favor of RELiABLE, and they are just kind of rolling through this first half, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. MouseSpaz got, I think, 2 ecos that round. There's 2 kills onto RELiABLE. So previous round they rushed A, did not work. I don't think they tried rushing B yet, but the only rounds they've won are hitting mid and getting a pick. So I want to see if MouseSpaz sticks to that mid hit. But looks like Bomb is going towards B this round, and they're going for the boost again, like you said.
They've gone for it a lot, and like I said, they've had success with it. But this time around, it seems like RELiABLE is shutting it down. Arya and Flosig have gotten the better of the trades at mid, so they do come out with the one-man advantage here. The bomb is going to be heading towards B though, with Cutler and Lucky. Slip is also going to be kind of in the area. Going to be keep trading rounds with Flosig though at mid through the smoke, and he's actually down to 1 HP after that. TM deciding to get a little bit aggressive this time around in the B lobby, and he's going to reap some benefits from it. Going to get 1 at least. Arya also with one, so it's yet again going to be all up to Cutler here. But Arya is going to shut him down. If you can take a look at the scoreboard, you can just see Jay Mitchell, Arya, and MouseSpaz all just doing really close together, and TM's not too far behind either.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job on fragging MouseSpaz. FNS at 0-13, but you know it's all right.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that, but since you went ahead and, you know, brought the skeleton out the closet, I guess we can go ahead and state that, yeah, FNS has certainly struggled on the fragging department so far this half. But, I mean, all in all, the team has struggled in general. Trying that boost again mid. This time they're starting to get shut down. Jay Mitchell and Flowsick have been able to get the better of mid here lately, and they're extending their lead because of it. But finally, Slip is going to get a kill, and FNS gets his first, and now we find ourselves in a 3-on-3. Where FNS and Slip are actually kind of taking control of the B bomb site, but I think Slip kind of maybe overextends a little bit, pushes all the way into CT spawn, only to get caught by MouseSpaz, but that's kind of a fate because Soba's really taking the bomb here at A, but he's kind of all by himself. It's going to be quite some time before FNS is going to be able to get to him, and if Flowsick can catch him right here, well, it won't even matter. MouseSpaz able to catch Soba before he can even try to make the plant, and then Flowsick catches FNS. I think MouseSpaz was just a little bit too spread out that time.
Yep, 12-12 right now. Really low money for MouseSpaz. They bought Galil's last round, and they, like you said, they keep on going for that mid boost. They either get one kill or they just get none at all and get demolished. But last round of the half, yep. And let's see where they go.
Yeah, this is going to be the last round of the half. Of course, we got some friendly trash talking taking place inside the server, but no mind to that. We're just going to be paying attention here to this last round in which MouseSpaz could desperately use themselves another victory. I mean, if they lose this one, pistol rounds pretty much spell the end of the match next half if they're unable to win them, so they need this. As once again, they're going to be kind of gearing up in mid, once again going for this mid boost. Cutler is able to get the pick there onto Jay Mitchell. Flowsick, though, right back at him. FNS trying to come out here and make the trades, able to get one. Lucky coming out as well, trying to help out, but Flowsick is just holding it down at mid for now, but Lucky finally will take him down, and so we got ourselves a 4 versus 2 that does favor MouseSpaz. If they can't pull this victory out, I don't know when they will be able to. They have such an advantage in this round, and they do find MouseSpaz inside A, so at this point it should be all but a victory for them unless TM has something to say about it. He has rotated to truck, but the bomb is actually going to slip, just kind of holding down A by himself here. TM going to do a little bit of damage there, and he's actually going to start getting flanked. Oh, what a flick shot, though, from TM. Holy crap. Nice play there, taking down Slip as well. Yeah, man, he put himself in a 1 versus 2. I have to say that flick shot, though, on the flank from CT spawn was pretty nutty. But it's going to come down to whether or not he can make the play on these last 2 terraces. One inside the site, one B lobby. Now, the B lobby player is pretty low on HP, so if TM can find him first, maybe, he might still have a chance at this. But he's going to check the box there in checkers, which was unfortunately the wrong spot, but no way for him to know that. And he does fall, so RELiABLE will lose that round. MouseSpaz up, or excuse me, RELiABLE still up though, 12-3.
Yep, you know, MouseSpaz, they got that mid control. You know, that's all I gotta say. And then we have Slip on the flank towards A. I'm not sure if he actually picked one up. I think he did, but then the rest of his teammates went towards B, and they secured the plant. They got the smokes off, delayed the timer, and they did a great job, and they got the round.
As we are about to get live here in the first round of the second half. Like I said, RELiABLE is up 12-3, looking very dominant. If they were able to win this pistol round, I don't know how much more MouseSpaz would be able to do to come back in this map. So they really could use this one. And they're going to get aggressive here on mid so far. FNS and Slip pushing up the mid, but their hit's going to come here at B, and so Cutler's going to have to make something happen. Unfortunately, it's not going to occur. Flowsick going to be able to get the pick there, but Sobo is going to be on the rotate through vents, able to at least put one down. FNS also chiming in. Sobo with the second. And they actually had the man advantage now on this retake, but MouseSpaz holding them off pretty well so far at the vents. But Lucky coming out of heaven. Oh my goodness, man. What a nice retake here from the CT side. It keeps them alive for the most part. I mean, like I said, if RELiABLE had won that, they would be on their way to a game point situation pretty quickly. But with that win, they can put together the next 2. It'll be 12-6, and maybe with some gun rounds, they can come back.
Yeah, on that last round, Arya tried desperately running back in the site for cover, but in that 1v2, but he just couldn't. They picked him off, you know.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, Reliable is still certainly in a comfortable situation, but the fact is, MouseSpaz was able to break them there in that eco round, and at least prevent them getting to a quick game point. So if they can connect a few more rounds together, keep the pattern alive, get the first couple of gun rounds, they certainly still have a chance in this map. They're not out of it by any means. Slip is actually able to get that opening pick there onto Jay Mitchell, but he does receive a fair amount of damage in the process. So not going to be easy for him, but it looks like we're going to see 3 players coming out of Squeaky Hall. Pretty crazy stuff here. Sobo and company will be in the area, though, to hold this off, it looks like. But Flowsick sneaking around the other end of the site. We'll be able to at least get one down. Lucky. Making a nice shot there on the team at the connector and finishing off the round with the kill onto MouseSpaz. So, it is now 12-5. Still in favor of Reliable Gaming, but MouseSpaz starting to mount that comeback a bit.
Definitely. Reliable Gaming, they're buying AKs right now. They have a full buy. Let's see where they go. I mean, I hope they go mid, because I'm talking about that mid control, you know?
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, this is something that they like to do, that MouseSpaz like to do from their T side, so we'll see if this is a similar situation. So many grenades going off at mid, so many flashes and smokes. And Arya will actually go ahead and get the kill there onto Slip, though. And so this third round bye may prove fatal for MouseSpaz, although it's still pretty close with it being a 4-on-6 and TM having such low HP. But I think the bomb is going to be heading towards B on MouseSpaz with Jay Mitchell. Meanwhile, TM and Arya are going to be trying to work the mid. Arya working up to that connector. That grenade is going to scare him off, and he's just going to fall back to the vents with TM. We'll see if Soba can catch him. He does do the damage, and he does get the kill. So he does catch one, and he forces it back to a 3-on-3 here. Cutler inside the headshot angle, able to take down one, but Jay Mitchell makes the trade, and so now we have ourselves a 2-on-2. Everybody with pretty good HP, but Lucky going to do the damage there onto MouseSpaz. So now it's going to be all up to Jay Mitchell here. 1 versus 2. Try to keep the comeback of MouseSpaz from happening. If he can try to get this round, he gets a nice shot there on the Lucky now. 1 versus 1. He's trying to get his team to 13 points, but at the same token, Sobo trying to keep his team in this game, and he'll do so with that frag. So now it is going to be 12-7. And like I said, MouseSpaz really starting to close the gap here. 12-6, excuse me.
Sobo at the end there in the 1v1 clutch, holding that peak corner in a crouch stance instead of going for the stand up, really threw them off.
So this, of course, will be an eco round because Reliable went ahead and bought there in that third round, and Slip is going to just be catching the eco frags at mid, going to get himself 3 frags, 4 frags, looking for the ace, but Sobo will take care of it with a grenade instead. So at this point, now we have it 12-7. I was predicting the future maybe a second ago, but anyway, it is another gun round for Reliable and an opportunity for them to try to extend their lead, but yet again, an opportunity for MouseSpaz to continue closing the gap.
They're definitely doing a great job right now, especially that previous gun round. Reliable Gaming had that mid control, but still they were able to shut them down.
As we do see Reliable Gaming once again kind of geared up towards mid and A. They may be going for that mid boost. Like I said, lots of grenades and flashes going over mid, trying to get that boost. They do get one player there, but Slip's actually playing under the boost, and I don't know if they'll spot him.
Yeah, they haven't spotted him yet.
I think he could get some surprising frags here in just a second, especially since Sobo is kind of baiting it here from the CT connector. No, yeah, he's going to get that surprise frag. Gets a second one, turns around, and almost gets the third. Arya able to collect it, though, but he still did some damage. But Arya is bringing it back. 2 headshots there with the AK, back to a 3-on-3, and all the damage that Slip has done has been refuted. And so now we're going to have to see if Reliable Gaming can keep it going here. I mean, the CT side does have the health advantage at this point, and they have pretty decent positioning right now. FNS is going to be able to rotate to either side pretty quickly, and Lucky in a pretty safe spot inside the A bomb site. So really it just boils down to the execution here from Reliable Gaming. It looks like it will be on A. Arya coming through the squeaky halls. He does also have Flowsick at the A lobby, and Jay Mitchell will be pinching from the mid connector. So Lucky is going to have to play his angles here pretty well to not get caught by one of these. But FNS actually going to be flanking here through CT spawn. May catch one terrorist in the back, In fact, he does, but no, Jay Mitchell able to whip on him and get the frag, but Lucky is shutting down A right now from quad. Jay Mitchell now alone in a 1-on-2. Knows that Lucky's at quad, trying to see if he can press in on him, but Cutler's also going to be rotating here through CT spawn. And they're going to be dancing around quad right now. Jay Mitchell gets the frag, but he only has 1 HP.
No time.
Yeah, and the grenade is going to go ahead and kind of, I guess, put the cherry on top there. So it is now 12-8. And like I said, MouseSpaz really starting to make the comeback here. It's really certainly possible that they can maybe overtake Reliable Gaming here in the end.
Yeah, I just want to say really great push by Slip at mid. Instead of on the left side in the T perspective, pushing towards that wall, he actually pushed on the right side of the T side mid and really threw Reliable off. I don't think they were expecting it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, as this is going to force yet another eco round from Reliable Gaming. Slip once again doing work here with the op, but he did receive a good bit of damage, but he's just dominating with that big green, or I guess for him it's not green, it's orange or something like that, but hey, that is what it is.
That op boom.
That op boom, though. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Big orange. I guess it's like the most popular CSGO skin, I guess.
Yeah.
As the last 3 terrorists are going to be kind of towards mid yet again. Once again, kind of boosting. MouseSpaz looking for something. Cutler is going to show it to him. And Flow Sick and Jay Mitchell just going to end the round there by getting taken down by Lucky and Sobo. So, like I said, you know, MouseSpaz now just a couple of rounds away from tying this thing back up. They've won 6 rounds in a row on their CT side, so looking just as dominant as RELiABLE did when they were on CT side.
Yeah, in my opinion, you know, MouseSpaz is definitely back in the game, in my opinion, because they know what needs to be done. They know what they have to do to get those rounds. Definitely on gun round, they're shutting RELiABLE down. Ecos, they're getting them in the bag, no problem. I'm saying this is a comeback.
It could certainly shape up to be that way. I mean, MouseSpaz is doing a great job winning 6 rounds in a row. We'll see if RELiABLE Gaming can turn the tides here on this next gunner. Looks like they're going to be hitting A pretty heavily. Arya going to be holding the mid. Everybody else splitting here into A lobby. Jay Mitchell trying to make an entry in here, but no kills have been distributed yet until TM just got that one. Lucky, though, slipping secretly on the catwalk. They're able to pick up one, and Cutler is cutting through mid. And so all of a sudden this round is opened back up, and it's in favor of MouseSpaz, but not for long, as MouseSpaz able to make it back a 2-on-2. But Flowsick, very low HP here in A lobby, and FNS will take him down, so it's going to be up to MouseSpaz, hot inside the squeaky door here, trying to make something happen, but it's not going to prevail. FNS will get the kill, and the MouseSpaz comeback continues to mount as they are now up 7-0 in the half, and the overall score now 12-10.
Yep, and looks like RELiABLE is going to buy. Yep, they are actually going to buy 10-12 right now. Yeah, I want to see if they continue to hit mid because they got that bomb down, or sorry, A, or do they continue to go B or mid? Let's see.
Looks like once again they might be favoring. They do this every round. They just bombard mid with flashes and smokes and then boost at least one player up. And this time Slip's going to give it away. He's not going to contend, and so it looks like the T's will be able to get mid control. Sobo will kind of be the only person in the area just kind of watching it from the mid connector. But we'll see what RELiABLE does with this mid control. They haven't really had this comfortable of mid control yet.
Right, actually, there is no one on the CT side really contesting mid right now. There looks like there's really committed to either A or B on a defend, except for Sobo, but he can't really get too much information that far back.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Looks like they're going to try to go Vince in the checkers, and they will go ahead and get that pick. So here they come. Slip on the rotation, though, with the op. See what he can do. Gets the first kill there onto Jay Mitchell. Looking for more, but he's going to receive lots of damage there. Meanwhile, Sobo coming through a flank on the Vince actually prevents the bomb plant. What a play there from Sobo. It's now a 2-on-2. It's going to be him and Lucky versus TM and Flowsick. And both teams would really love to have this round. It would continue the MouseSpaz comeback, but this would allow RELiABLE to maybe start breaking back ahead again. As TM will start going for this plant. His teammate Flowsick will be coming from heaven. Sobo steps straight into TM's crosshair. Just now going to be all up to Lucky to keep the comeback alive. So he will be traversing his way into the B-bomb site here from lobby. He knows once inside the site, he's keeping his crosshairs prefixed on there, but he also knows he has one more to worry about. I think he realizes Flowsick is in heaven. He's trying to peek both, but these terrorists are being so smart about their peeks. They have a great crossfire, and it's just too much for Lucky to handle. So RELiABLE will be able to finally put a halt to MouseSpaz and get their first round of the half.
Yeah, you know, even though Flowsick was on the flank and only got that last kill, he actually was able to secure the bomb plant for his teammate in B, and he was able to cut off the rotation completely. Then TM was able to get that first pick after the plant, and then it was just the 2v1. They had a great crossfire, and the last remaining CT didn't really know where Flowsick was 100%.
Yeah, so here we go. Yet again, Reliable Gaming really working that mid control, and this time around they're going to get it once again. Slip has actually dedicated himself to B this time around with the op, and so like I said, it just opens up the mid area for Reliable. Last time they got this mid control, which was just last round, they were able to execute B and come up with the victory in the end, though it was a close 2-on-2 to be fair, so really not sure how dominant their attack was, but we'll try to see that in this round.
Yeah, again, they have the mid control. TM already fighting. Oh, he gets taken down by FNS though.
Bomb's actually still down towards T spawn, I think.
Yeah, it is. Are they gonna go back to A? I don't know. I'm not sure. No, it looks like they're going towards B. Arya probably is gonna go vent area, and Flowsick's gonna fall back on the flank.
Yeah, it looks like they are trying to get something going here. Sobo does cut it off, though, a little bit, and Slip does have his op fixated right here on this B lobby, and he's going to be able to get that first pick there onto MouseSpaz. So Reliable starting to get shut down yet again here from MouseSpaz. Flowsick's trying to open things back up at mid, able to pick up one, but it's a 2-on-4. Certainly not an easy task here for the remaining members of Reliable Gaming. Cutler going to be playing inside the site here with the Silenced M4. Got Flowsick floating around in the area as well. Or, excuse me, mispronounced that, but Flowsick going to be coming in here with the AK. Jay Mitchell also in there with one, but FNS and Lucky still hold on in the end in the 2 versus 2. And so MouseSpaz once again kickstarts up that comeback.
Yeah, actually, like 35 seconds left on the round. MouseSpaz still had, I think it was FNS and Lucky maybe, and they were still anchored at A, even though Bomb was at B. Until they killed the bomber. They only started rotating back. So I'm pretty sure they're still wondering about that flank, even though. Looks like Bomb is towards B though for Reliable. They have 4 there. Then MouseSpaz stay in mid for any mid pushes or anything like that. Then we have 2 at A for MouseSpaz.
Yeah, so this is kind of a typical default CT setup so far. Slip just patrolling mid and then 2A, 2 towards B. But it looks like we are in fact going to see the hit. I like that Molotov we just saw. It's going to kind of force players into certain areas for the T's to be able to angle a lot better. But Slip's going to be able to get that op frag anyway. And so there's going to be the terrorist attack just getting kind of shut down so far. 3 versus 3 at this point, and a lot of the terrorists have really low HP. TM going to go ahead and try to force this plan anyway, and he will get the bomb down. But can they hold? Like I said, very low HP. Can't really afford to make any mistakes here. And Soba is able to catch MouseSpaz. So just the 2 low HP members left. That's going to be TM and Jay Mitchell. And that grenade and that shot from Cutler quickly puts an end to that. And so MouseSpaz on the verge of tying this thing up. It's 13-12. It's getting very, very close. Very heated here.
Yeah, man, I told you, 12-13 right now. I think MouseSpaz, they've got it going. They got the momentum. They know what's gonna happen with Reliable. They know they've tried A and B mixed times. They maybe won one round at A, but rest, they've had mid control. I want to see if MouseSpaz continues to dedicate to sites or try and get that mid info. It looks like Slip is going to go for that off pick mid. Doesn't see anything yet. No flashes, no smokes. And yeah, it looks like Reliable is going to go towards A. It looks like it's going to be a rush. Yeah,
it's going to be an eco rush here from Reliable. Just looking to try to get the bomb down, get some money. And they're actually getting the kills, though. They could come up with an eco victory if... oh, what a shot from Slip, though. Oof. Man, he is doing work right now with that op. Like I said, he's been doing it all day. And this eco round's still gotten pretty dangerous, though, but the grenade from Cutler is going to bring it back to the CT side of things. However, Jay Mitchell, with an AK he picked up at quad, able to do a lot of damage, and MouseSpaz picks up the frag in the end. And finally, Slip able to end the round with the 4K. 2 very impressive op shots at the very beginning, but like I said, it did get dangerous. It wasn't a comfortable eco round victory for MouseSpaz by any means, but they did do it, and it's now a 13-all.
Yeah, 7 and 19 HP for Cutler and Slip. Definitely, even though it was a 1v2, it was a 2v. It was down to the wire, you know. Definitely a great eco by Reliable. 13-13 now. Full guns. Let's see.
Yeah, as you can see, Slip is on top of the scoreboard for his team, 18 and 7. He's been at the top of the scoreboard for most of the day. Like I said, doing a great job across the board for his team throughout this tournament. As once again, we are going to see that rapid spam of nades at mid, and once again, likely going to see that boost. Like I said, something that Reliable has really liked to do a lot. But this time, Lucky is going to catch MouseSpaz, and so the mid take will not occur. Cutler to be able to make the better of the trades there, and so there is a man advantage now for MouseSpaz. Make it a 2-man advantage after that pick from Slip over there at the A-bomb site. So now it's going to be a 2 versus 4 situation. And the CTs have great positioning, so it's going to be a pretty tough one here for Reliable to try to get anything else accomplished. But they have a lot of time to play around with, and they have 2 capable players, so anything can happen.
Yep. Looks like Reliable is going to opt to go B. Cutler still in vent. And FNS in sight. Here comes a flash it. A grenade.
Yeah, that grenade did a pretty decent amount of damage, too. So I think, like I said, it's going to be a tough one for the terrorist here.
Ooh, looks like they're sneaking in.
Yeah, they do
get Arya, or they do get FNS.
Exactly. Now, Cutler's able to pick up one of them, but the bomb does get planted. So at least they'll get some money out of this, but that's about all they're going to get. Arya with only 1 HP, even though he does get a nade kill there on the Cutler, and he might get himself a support. Nope, never mind. He was about to get that kill on the Slip, but then Soba came from behind and took care of things. So now, MouseSpaz takes their lead for the first time this game at 14-13. Such a close match right now, but MouseSpaz finally ahead. Let's see if they can keep it.
So that last round, I like how Slip actually, he opted out to op A to cut it off completely for that. Well, not completely because of the door, but like he cut off the lobby. So instead of going mid, MouseSpaz was able to put more focus towards mid.
It looks like we are going to be seeing RELiABLE Gaming gearing up for a B hit. Lots of their players are going to be parked outside the B bomb site right now, including that bomb carrier TM. MouseSpaz just kind of watching any type of mid pushes or flanks while the rest of his team gears up. We saw this strat actually a few rounds ago. They were able to use like mollies and stuff like that to kind of block off some zones inside the site. So it looks like they're going to be going for that yet again.
Ooh, great pick. FNS was the only one there. They're going to hit it right now.
Yeah, they are. They're going to be coming inside the site after that pick. Like I said, that molly kind of zones Flowstick into the corner, and it allows another pickup.
Bomb is
though,
in sight.
yeah, MouseSpaz able to, like I said, kind of be that lurker role mid, able to pick up one of the rotators. So at this point, the T side does in fact have the advantage. 4-on-2 situation here. Chance to tie the game back up at 14 all.
Yeah, we have TM in sight, the only one there, and you know, honestly, if you have more than one there, it kind of gets cluttered, and everyone else was towards the checker T side lobby side, and it sets up a really good crossfire because I don't think the CTs would really imagine that many towards that site, and it's a really good crossfire and really great picks and great holds.
Yeah, chat noticed my voice is definitely going out after 9 hours straight of talking. So you may catch a lot more cracks per usual. But at least you'll laugh about it. And so at the end of the day, if it gave you some joy, then it was worth it.
Hey, you know, 9 hours is a long time, so don't worry about it.
I'm not. Not at all. Like I said, if people get some laughs out of it, then hey, it was still entertaining, I guess, just in a different way. But that's totally fine. As we are going to be getting into this next round here, it is tied up at 14 all, looking for the game point situation for both sides. Slip yet again doing work with that op. He's at a 20 bomb at this point, so like I said, he has been on point all day. And it's something that RELiABLE Gaming is going to have to deal with if they want to try to get this take on the B bomb site. And they may even decide to change their minds. TM and MouseSpaz starting to drift over more towards mid at this point, so they could transition out of this.
Yeah, I like how MouseSpaz uses Slip as a rotating op. We've seen him at B, we've seen him at A, we've seen him at mid, and he's doing a really great job just cutting off each area he goes to with that op.
Yeah, looks like Arya and Flowstick still have that bomb towards B. TM and MouseSpaz just kind of sit in the mid garage. I'm not sure what their ultimate goal is here. Killing lots of time trying to figure this out. Looks like they are going to be trying to slip through mid to the vents to try to do a little bit of a pinch on B through checkers, and that's exactly what's going to happen. MouseSpaz able to make his way in, going to be peeking the site. However, Slip still alive with that op in the CT connector area, and he's being able to get the frags. TM finally making his way from vents to mid, or from mid to vents, excuse me, but it doesn't matter. Slip is just mowing them down with the op. But TM has just come up with a pretty nice pair of frags, takes out Slip and Sobo. He's now in a 1 versus 2, but he only has 8 HP, and he won't last too long with it, as MouseSpaz has gotten themselves now to a 15-14 score. And it's a game point situation, so we're either going to have an overtime or MouseSpaz could win by a close margin of 16-14.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Slip, he's definitely not making reliable gaming's rounds any easier with that op. And someone's gonna use that op. They're just shooting it around. But I think Slip does have it. Yep, he's gonna go towards B, accompanied with Cutler, and see if he gets a pick.
Meanwhile, RELiABLE once again trying to exercise some mid-control, but they're kind of going to run the same B split they did last round. It's going to be 2 coming checkers and 3 B lobby, but Cutler's going to be hiding checkers the whole time behind the box. They want to get the opening pick and the second one, too, with the secondary. So great job there from Cutler. FNS also coming in with 1. So far, MouseSpaz, the solo fragger in this round for his team, and he may be the only one because it has so far been a shutdown session for MouseSpaz, and they will go ahead and take map number 1 at 16-14. We will be quickly moving on to map number 2. So just stick with this, but we are going to have a brief pause as we change maps. And during that pause, I'm going to go grab some water so I can hopefully prevent any more voice cracking situations. But thank you so much for bearing with us over here. Like I said, it's been a long stream. It's been going on all day. I know there's been some people out there who haven't been necessarily satisfied, but like I said, I'm doing the best that I can with the hardware that I've got and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for just tuning in, even if you're not enjoying it. I thank you for sticking around, at least being consistent. But anyway, this is Dustin Mouret. I'm gonna go with Dong, of course, from ESCA News. I'm gonna take a quick break to grab some water as we switch maps.